What up, Moscow? This is hiphopforreal.com, and this is your boy Marcus Headson. And today we have a special guest, straight from Canada, Madchild.
What's up, man? Happy to be here.
The first question is, you're traveling alone right now, and no guards, no managers, right?
That's correct.
Is this the first time you're traveling alone?
No, I travel a lot of places alone. Yeah. Most places I go alone. You know, there's times when you go on a tour bus and you have your whole crew with you, security and everything, but I find I like traveling alone. It makes it more like an adventure, you know? Get to go at my own rate.
Did any of your colleagues tell you anything about Russia before you left?
Not really. Just to make sure that I fly home before my visa is done, or you can get in trouble. So, but no, I've been excited to come to Russia for a long time. To be honest, this was the country I was most excited to come to on this trip, because I've been to the other countries before. I've never been to Russia. It's been an amazing experience. I love it here.
Where did you guys get the idea of collaboration with Max 13?
We're doing this collaboration with Most Wanted, and they came to the idea of first doing a show and then changing it to a art and rap collaboration where we bring music and graffiti art together. Max 13's an incredible artist, so I was quite honored to be a part of this collaboration, and I think it's going to do very well. It definitely represents to let people know you don't always have to try to be normal. Don't be afraid to come out of your shell and be who you really are.
And what's going on with a Supreme Villain and Slain album? Will it ever see the release date?
I don't think so, to be honest with you. Slane's a homie. He's a great guy. But, you know, if that project would have came out, it probably would have already come out by now. You never know. You know, Slane and I are friends, and I think he's an incredible artist. But everybody's living their own lives, and I think if it would have happened it would have happened back then, to be honest.
Battle rap has become extremely popular here in Russia. I know that you participated in KOTD. What's your opinion on a level of battle scene in the US and Canada?
I mean, it's cracking, you know. I don't pay close attention. I'm not a battle rapper. You know, I battled in the league King of the Dot twice. I battled Dirtbag Dan and Daylight. I just did it to support the culture, really. But I mean, my thing has always been making music and touring. That's what I'm going to continue to do. But I will battle again. The next person I'm going to battle is Pat Stay from Canada. He's a beast. And I'd like to battle Disaster one day as well. I think he's pretty incredible. But I don't watch battles every day. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not like super up on what's going on with the battle scene. I'm sure it's constantly evolving and changing. But shout out to KOTD and shout out to Organic and those guys. Shout out to Oxymoron. I know he kills it out here. Congratulations on all your success in Russia, and much respect.
I know that you recorded a track with Oxymoron called Dark Side, right? I heard that you, after recording the track, you plan to make a concert in Russia. He promised you to make a concert. He tried to help you with this. Is it correct?
You know, it's an interesting question I've been getting asked since I got here. All I remember is that I went and got my visa to come to Russia, and then for some reason my agent at the time said that I'm not going. So I really can't speak on the matter. I don't know what happened. I honestly I'm not sure what the reasons were. So, like I said, respect to Oxymoron and his whole people, and that's really all I have to say about that.
Have you watched the Disaster versus Oxymoron battle?
No, I have not yet, but I heard it has 30 million views, so I'm gonna make sure to check it out.
We heard two songs called Supreme Beings and Bang Job from the upcoming album. Are there any news on the New Swole members album?
I have a lot of touring coming up right now. I have like 46 shows in Canada after this 23-show tour in Europe. I just got asked to go tour Australia and New Zealand. So I'm going to be busy for a little while with touring. I have more tours actually being announced soon, but I talked to Swollen members and we do want to make a new album. So we're going to be booking a couple months to go to Rob the Viking's studio and make a new record. So I'm very excited to make a new album. Next year will be the 20-year anniversary of Swollen members. So it'll be nice to come out, tour with the guys next year again, do a world tour, put out a new album. We just did a song with Wonder Girl for Samsung, and we hadn't recorded together in a while, and it was such a cool experience. We went back to the same studio, The Warehouse, which is owned by Bryan Adams, and that's where we recorded our whole album, Black Magic. So we had spent like 3 months making that album in this big, beautiful studio. So it was very cool to go back and work with Wonder Girl. We made this crazy track, and it was just like, you know, like we didn't skip a beat. It was like going back 5 years. It's like, there's something special about the chemistry of Swollen members, our group. And it's like I found I found myself right there in that moment when I started writing and recording with them. So I'm very excited to go back in the studio and make our next album together.
How are things going on the Battle X label? It was more active before, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. To be honest with you, the last couple of years I haven't been very active at all. I kind of go in waves usually with my music. I've been doing this for 19 years. So like, for example, for Swollen members, I was very busy for like 7-8 years. I took a couple years off, and then, you know, I fell into my trials and tribulations with drug addiction and this kind of thing. And then I came back, and then I rode another 5-year wave of success with Madchild, coming out as a solo artist. And then once again, I fell into darkness, you know? When I stop and take a break, it's not healthy for me. So now I'm coming back to work. I'm excited, I'm active, booking a lot of tours, recording a lot. I have a ton of new music. Gonna shoot a bunch of videos, just come back, just smash them, just start crushing it again. But I don't think I'm gonna take a break again. You know, now I'm just gonna keep going, because every time I seem to take a break, it turns out ugly. So it's better for me to keep working.
Can you tell me, how did you overcome the drug addiction? What helped you?
Sheer willpower, bro, like just strength. You know, to be honest with you, like quitting drugs is not an easy thing to do, especially the amount of opiates that I was taking. I was taking 20 Oxycontin 80s a day, which is enough drugs to kill an elephant. So when it was time to quit, I quit. It was the worst experience ever. But I have an addictive personality, so if I'm doing something bad like gambling or drugs, I go all the way in, you know, which is very self-destructive. But if I focus on good things like making music or building a label back up and signing artists or shooting videos or making a collab, I put all my energy into that and it becomes successful. So an addictive personality can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing. It just depends on where you channel your focus.
Our last question, standard question. Your top 5 hip-hop albums of all time.
Wow. That's a tough one. Top 5 hip-hop albums of all time. Oh my God. Can I do like a top 10 maybe?
Yeah.
Because I have to go back far, right? Like I would say Ice-T, Rhyme Pays, LL Cool J Radio, Beastie Boys, License to Ill, 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying, Eminem, the Slim Shady album. Let's see, Kanye West first album. Oh, I would say Biggie's first album. What's that? Ready to Die, right? Yeah. Cypress Hill's first album. Yep. And Souls of Mischief, 93 to Infinity. That's one of my favorite albums. Trying to think of something a little more newer, like front to back, that was incredible to me. Oh, I would say probably like one of Drake's albums. He's like one of the only artists to me that makes like an album front to back where Love every song. Not necessarily every album, but like his first 5, 6 albums were all very incredible to me. So, and Lil Wayne too. Yeah, I think that about covers it. But I love like also artists like Jedi Mind Tricks, La Coca Nostra. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love underground shit too, but I kind of just went from the beginning of my hip hop to now I try to cover enough artists. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good list.
Thank you for coming to Moscow. Thank you so much, man.
Much respect, and I also want to thank everybody that came to the Mad Bad collaboration show. It was an incredible experience for me. I really feel comfortable here, and I really love Moscow, and I hope I get to come back again. So thank you to everybody that has supported and shown love. I hope to see you again. What up, this is Madchild, and you're watching Hip Hop For Real.
Spidey senses tingling, I'm intense when mingling. World's a crazy circus, but we brothers like the Ringlings. Chew these rappers up and spit them out like I'm from Wrigley's. Sorta like a hoarder, but I'm shorter than a pygmy. Just cause I'm from Canada don't mean I live in igloos. Soon as I'm alive back in the States, I will be big news. I'm getting older, still in line like it was last call. I'm getting colder with these lines and I got brass balls. Seems like being a pussy's in style. Wearing fluorescent, I'm a dwarf more aggressive with a warped message. Walking through a cavern with a torch lit. Rather be an underground rapper than full of horse shit. I chop these rappers up and eat them like slaw salad. This is raw talent, still a little off balance. I am cold as ice, spitting vocal poltergeist. Listen to the words I'm saying close, I'm giving bold advice.
Спасибо.